What is up, YouTube? Pro from Triple Sleeve again with another deck interview. This time around, we have our first place winner of Crow's Nest number 2. Again, congratulations for the dub today. What deck did you decide to bring today?
Helmet Bastion, but a little bit of spice.
A little bit of spice. Gotta add some spice to that little helmet, right?
Well, that's the only way I'll play it. So yeah.
Fair enough. What made you decide to bring Bastion this go around? Last time you top 8'd and you used Zorga. Now you turned around and you won my tournament using Bastion. What made you decide to make the swap?
It's kind of, again, it's like the weird best deck. Everybody's complaining about it, which is fair. I felt like if I was playing my Zorga list that I updated, I could still beat the Bastion matchup. But I also know not a lot of people know how to play the mirror match of Bastion. There's people that were attending here, and I kind of fixated my deck to play that. So I was kind of hoping on a prayer. I was like, please let me play against Bastion, and I didn't play against it that much, which sucks. But yeah, also consistency-wise, if you come into a tournament, you gotta play something consistent. Right. So for right now, this is the best consistent deck.
Got you. All right, look, I'm gonna throw you under the bus real quick.
Oh, please do. I trash talk this deck a lot.
All right, look. So technically, my boy Sam here got 9th.
Oh yeah.
But 7th place could not participate in top 8. So bracket shifted a little bit. 9th got 8th. So again, when you get blessed up, you get blessed up.
Yeah. I felt like I had a purpose. I was like, that man dropped, so then I get the chance. Like, now I gotta try. Before I was just like, oh, it's cool, it's fun, but I don't know. There's a purpose behind it. You gotta show up. So.
Right. And again, you did your daggone thing. You went through top 8, went through top 4, played for first and second, and you end up winning. What decks did you end up playing against today?
Yeah, so round 1 I played against the Bastion mirror match. And I won that because I just rushed. Because of how this deck is oriented now, I just rushed into him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, second round, played against, I think it was Zorga at that point. I lost that because I just didn't see grade 3s. And there's a reason why I didn't see grade 3s, which we'll get into. Round 3, played against Bastion again, beat that deck. Again, I'm just kind of built different to play against it. I don't know. Next round, I lost that one to the other version of Stoicheia, the Magna.
Oh, Magnolia?
Magnolia, thank you. Yeah. Just got rushed down, and I was like, yep, that's how that works.
Deck's kind of nice.
Oh, I was like, I want that deck now. That deck's super sick. 5th round, played against Bastion again, and I won. Top 8 match was against. What did I play top 8? I'm trying to think. Oh, I played against Orphis. And that one, I went first the first game, and I just beat him down. When you see your cards, you see your cards, and when they don't, you see perfect cards, then it's hard to do anything. Top 4 match, I played against Sparamagus, and I thought that was going to be a tougher matchup than it was. I don't know. I just think with the additions of the deck that I put in here, you can just be aggressive, and you get rewarded for being aggressive early game instead of just waiting to hit grade 3 turns. That might have been what helped me out.
Right.
I know game 1 I pushed him to 5 damage before he went into grade 3 turn.
Jesus Christ.
With no over trigger. Thank you very much. And then my finals match, I played against Eugene, which I don't want to say it's an easy clap because Eugene's fun. You gotta respect the player for getting there.
I mean, to be fair, Eugene got 2nd place today.
Yeah, I mean, it got 2 spots in top 4, so it's like it's warranted that like you gotta respect the deck, but also when you play Fasado that can't be targeted by your opponent's skills, and you put 3 of them on the field, then a lot of their skills don't trigger because it requires us to have 2 or less riggers on the field. So, yeah, able to 2-0 most people. So it's nice.
All right, nice. All right, without further ado, we're gonna hop into that deck profile. All right, my man, show us the spice.
All right, so we just got the standard ride line, different starter to kind of confuse people, or because it's shiny. I was thinking about playing the Hex Orb ride line just to try to gain like 1 free card advantage, but you just gain too much with this deck. I also didn't know if I played enough grade 3s to always hit all the cards, but eventually I drew into them. So pretty standard stuff. We'll jump straight into the grade 3s. I've got the 3 other Bastions. Very decent card, makes things 15. With an AK boost from a grade 1, it actually hits 23, which is a great number to hit. Not much else to say. Y'all know what he does.
MVP.
For Alden, I also lost those 2 games. I didn't see any. And I won all the games because I saw this.
People fail to realize that card makes or break the deck. Like, literally, you open up this card, you're probably winning the game. If you don't open up this card, 9 times out of 10, you're probably losing that game.
Yeah, I also realized I should just hard mull for them. So there's 2 games I put all 5 back just to find one of them. It's also just filtering through the deck. It's a great way to see hidden perfect guards or hidden triggers your opponent doesn't know about in order to guard all their swings. Especially against Barrow Magus when they're like, oh, I didn't see you drive check a PG, and you go, yeah, but I just drew like 6 or 7 cards. So it all pays out. I don't see this card going anywhere. Then I only played 3 Fasado. Instead of the 4. The counter charge, soul charge in this version is not necessarily needed. But it's great when it happens, but again, it's just kind of like a lightning rod. A lot of people like to attack into it because they think it's a bigger threat, and then they leave Alden alone, and then you're like, all right, I'll just
kill you Alden.
I'll just play another Alden. I'll have 2 going at the same time. Then only play 3 of the Boosty Boy.
Really, I actually feel like Refluke needs to be at 4, but yeah. I can see why you can run it at 3. It's not a bad number at 3 either.
I kind of want to bump this up to 4, and my next grade 3 bump it down to 3, just for that reason of like the 10k power is great. Also, it's just another version of Soul. But yeah, I mean, again, not much else to say. It's a great card to call off of Alden because then you just free up that rearguard circle space. Because then I'm also playing for the Angel.
Now that card there, I bumped down to 3 in my build because I felt like you get the 10k, which is cool. Yeah. But it's like if you have 3 rearguards, well, 3 grade 3s on board plus her when you throw in Guardian Circle, she becomes a 10k shield.
Right.
But I feel like 3 is a good number for her. I feel like 4 is like 9 times out of 10 you're probably gonna call one a rearguard anyway with Alden if you don't have like Fasado or something like that.
I called her from Alden's skill I think twice because I needed to, where I wish it was the other card. But yeah, like you said, it's a 10k shield, which is actually super relevant in my opinion because we only have 5k shield or we have 15. We don't have anything that fits that 10, so half the time I'd be over guarding with a trigger. So this kind of fills that void, but definitely I bumped this down to 3 and then bumped the other card up to 4. But that's it for my grade 3s. I don't play the Dragon, the Soul Blast 2 or boosts, or any of those like cute little tiny tech cards. It's just the base.
Gotcha.
And there's a reason why. It's again also early game. You don't really have one, and you also kind of need the shield value, especially if I was anticipating playing against a lot of Bruce. So there's that.
See, I run, funny enough, I like that card because I feel like Dark Strange is really good, but at the same time, it's kind of expensive because you use Soul for like Painkiller Angel.
Right.
If you run the Divine Sword of Judgment, that's also a Soul as well.
Yeah.
Alden is a Soul.
Yeah, it's all Soul, plus this is a 15k booster, which is already automatically better than the 13k for numbers.
Facts. And hopefully only grade 2 turn.
Right, and it's also a 5k shield where it would be like a 0k shield in my opinion. I don't know, it does what other cards do, just better and free.
So I also realized you don't run any of the order cards. Any reason why you don't run the orders?
Not really. You could probably mess around with the grade 3 lineup to play some of the orders, but I also wanted to try to be as aggressive as possible. I do like the one that lets you control your opponent's field. That one's kind of nice. We have to Soul Blast a grade 3.
And swing down the sword.
Yeah, but I also play a lot of like weird Soul Blast requirement cards, so I didn't know if I had room or not. And obviously I needed it some games. I didn't need it for the most part. So
gotcha.
I don't know, but yeah, that's it for the grade 2s. Just 3 of them. I mean, it's better than seeing 0 in most lists. Then we got 4 perfect guards. You have to play 4 perfect guards. Enough said. Then I play the 3 Painkiller Angel. This is the card that I love rushing with. You play it, if you go second, you play it on your grade 1 ride. They either swing at this and not your Vanguard, which is fine, or if they swing at your Vanguard, then you just use your ride line to then call a free card, and then you get to pop this off and draw an extra card.
Right.
So it does a ton of work. Even if I was going to play like a more standardized version of the deck, I still think I'd probably play Painkiller Angel in some sense. Just because I feel like it's just so free.
It's good.
Now the Spice card, we've got this girl.
Alright, so I've been seeing some JP lists actually run this card, funny enough. I haven't tested this card myself. How do you like this card personally?
I love it. So it plays a lot of different roles. First, you're decreasing your grade 3 count in order to play this, but this allows you to check the top 2 cards, so you can guarantee you're getting a grade 3. So it kind of frees up some space for you to have more shield, but then also guarantee that you're still hitting for your restand effect.
Gotcha.
I also really like this because over triggers are king, or just triggers in general are king. So if you know what's coming up, you can kind of plan accordingly. That's actually how I won game 1. I stacked on my grade 2 turn. I checked the top 2 and I hit the over trigger and I threw down my entire hand and my opponent looked at me funny and then I over triggered and I killed him. So yeah, it's just the knowledge of having it around. When I saw it, I loved it. When I didn't see it, it wasn't hurting me because it wasn't drive checking it at all. I was just drawing into it with Alden's skill most of the time, and I was like, sweet. That's either I could play it or it's a 5k shield resource.
And that's why you don't play Darkstream.
Yeah, that's why I don't play Darkstream, because this, sure, you don't get to use it because when you place it, it has to be rested. But then your next turn, you're still hitting the 23k mark on all of your rearguard swings and your Vanguard swing. So you're not really missing that extra 5k because it would have been the same, just based upon what opponent guard triggers and guard hands are. Triggers. Over trigger. I triggered it twice. Once offensively, once defensively.
It happens, right?
It happens. That's how. I also none of my opponents hit over triggers on me offensively. But yeah, it's just shield most of the time. 4 heal, and then 7 crit. 4 draw.
The same lineup I run.
Yeah.
Some people prefer the fronts. I feel like when the new fronts come out, things have changed. But for right now, I like the draws.
Yeah. So until the new fronts come out, I'm definitely going to keep the draws. I don't know. After playing Zorga with front triggers, I really like it. Making all the attacks harder to hit or harder to guard, especially when you're already swinging for so big, your opponent's kind of like backs put like against the wall. But I have to think about it defensively. Hitting the draw is a lot better than hitting a front.
Drawing cards on your opponent's turn is broken.
Yeah, drawing also just lets you see more pieces, searches for Alden more. Enough said, really.
Right.
So that's it.
All right. I'll bring this back. All right. Again, congrats on the first place finish, my man.
Thank you.
You put in a ton of work. Like I said, although you got 9th, other person decided, they didn't have an opportunity to play top 8. It was destined for you to win.
Yeah.
You just had to.
For sure.
It's plot armor, man. Before we wrap up the video, do you have any shout-outs?
Obviously, shout out Triple Sleeve, mainly Crow, setting these whole entire things up. It's very nice to know that we can go somewhere and actually play. Everybody's super sweet, super nice. Also, thanks for all the people that keep supporting the community here.
27-man bracket today.
27 people is ridiculous. I think
that's the first time in like 4+ years we've had that in Georgia.
It was
at a local.
I'm pretty sure if we did it again, we could probably hit like 35.
Yeah, like this isn't even all the players. I was talking to one of our other players. He was like, if we had all of our players, it was like probably at least 50.
Yeah, we got a great scene. It's kind of nice that the East Coast gets to rep some games into it.
Let's go, Georgia. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the people here are just amazing. Again, Crow, thanks so much for actually dealing with everybody.
Look, thank you all. Especially shout out to you, Sam, for helping donate to the pot. You, not only this time, but last time as well, you also gave me SPs to give out to the top 3 participants as well.
Right.
Again, shout out to you. I cannot thank you enough for helping to support me,
Yeah,
Triple Sleeve, and allowing us to do this deck profile.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, my man. That wraps up this video. This is Crow, signing out.
All right, see you. Peace.